Hello everyone, it's Robin here. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you all. Yes, we are moved in to our new house now and I'm super excited about that. And I know that we're all moved in because there are boxes everywhere, there is stuff everywhere, and nothing is where it should be. But we do have time to put it all away, and that's what we'll be doing here, continuing on. I don't know, I think it's gonna take forever. But within a few weeks, I think we should be definitely settled in. Oh, I'm so excited about putting things together and getting used to my new office situation. And you know, maybe I'll bring you along on that when we put some of that together. That should be fun. But today, what I would love to talk about are, well, books. Oh, so excited about that. So while we've been moving, I have misplaced a ton of things and I did find some things here that I wanted to bring out and share. It's a little time sensitive and I'll tell you about that in a moment. Plus I want to share with you some books that I've been reading. But here, look, here's my stack. So we have a book of the month club box here. That's the time sensitive one. This is my January box. I just found it. And when this goes up, it's January 31st, and tomorrow and February 1st is a new set of books. They will be popping up on Book of the Month. So I want to get this out. Plus there's something in here I really want to look at. I have another book that I picked up and two here that I've been reading. So I want to share all that with you today. So you know what? Let's just get started. I want to start with the two books I've been reading during this move. So this is really marking my January and my move and all of that good stuff. And the first one is This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins. This is her debut novel, and heard nothing but great things about this book, especially from my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay B. She listed this, I believe, as her favorite book from 2021. I will link some of her videos down below for you so you can check it out. She's well into books, loves them, and I get a lot of great ideas from her. She's fun to listen to. So This Time Next Year, How Many Chances to Meet Your Perfect Match? So I am loving this book. I'm at the very end of it actually, and by the time this airs, I should be done with it. So that's great, right? But I'm at the best part where you're at the, you know, it's the part where everything's started happening and, you know, the book is about to end and you want it to end because you want to see what's happening, but then you don't want it to end because you're going to miss all the people. So this follows two people, Minnie Cooper and Quinn Hamilton, born on the same day, New Year's Day, and they didn't quite meet until later on in life. In fact, their whole lives, well, Minnie's life has been kind of moved along, I would say, by the thought of Quinn Hamilton, because their mothers were in the hospital the same day. It was New Year's Day. They gave birth. Quinn's mother gave birth first, took on the name of Minnie's mom's choice, which was Quinn. And ever since then, Minnie's mom told Minnie that her whole life has been doomed because Quinn Hamilton, who is, you know, comes from money and all that good stuff, appears to be very well-to-do and has all the good things happen to him. Okay, that was probably not the best description, but suffice it to say, they finally do have their meet, which is really fun. I love their real meet. But what I love about this book is that it's written mostly during a New Year's Eve times because their birthdays fall on New Year's Day, and all the different chance meetings that they don't quite meet, but they really are in the same area. And you get to learn who they are through all of these moments in time, and that maybe Minnie Cooper's life isn't so doomed, and maybe Quinn Hamilton's life isn't so grandiose as it appears. And how they get together is just really fun, and I love this book. Probably will be a 5-star. So far it is, because I can't quite put it down, but I have to because I'm moving and I can't read as much as I want to, but I love this book. Now the next book I'm reading, I'm sharing this with you because it's an ebook. You know, I have the apps for Nook. I have a Nook actually, but I have also the Nook app. I have the Kindle app. I was listening to Audible for a while and I just transferred that over. I didn't transfer, I quit Audible, which I loved, but I did quit it and joined Scribd. And Scribd is, I'm enjoying it because I'm doing my trial right now, and I'll probably be sticking with it. And Scribd is a great online service for digital books and audiobooks, so you get a mixture of both. I took one of my old iPads and cleaned it off and put on my apps for just reading. So I'm using this as like my e-reader. And I just picked up this cover. It just came. Look, it's so bookish, right? And when you turn it around, what's nice about it, it has this little handle. So yeah, I could just read with one hand and it's really fun. So I've been enjoying that. Anyway, I am now reading Handmaid's Tale. So that was really fun. When I was scrolling through Scribd, you can get an audiobook or you can get ebooks. There's other things you can get there. But I'm reading Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. You know, oh my gosh, I am enjoying that. So when the movie first came out years ago with Natasha Richardson, I watched that. I was totally mesmerized by this dystopian society. And now they have, of course, the series is out, and that's really good too. So when Handmaid's Tale kind of pulled up, it's kind of a classic. It's usually on lists of books you must read. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna try and read that and see how this Scribd works out for me. And I'm telling you, I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Now, it's hard to say that you're enjoying a dystopian society type read, but it's done real well because our main character, June, and if you're not familiar with Handmaid's Tale, it's just a society because it came about that we weren't having any more children. The women weren't having any more children. Now, we don't really know. Is it the women's fault or the men's fault? We don't know. But the children weren't happening. And there were very few select women that could have children. And so the world kind of twirled itself around and they built this society that's a very hierarchy type of society. And June is part of the handmaids, and they go into the homes and are given to couples and people, higher up people who can't have children, and they are made to have the children for them in all the ways that, yes, that's how it's happening. So that's kind of what it's about. And what we get in the book and the way it's written, and I really enjoy it, is all about June's thoughts. And it's all about what's happening today. So it's a first person narrative. It's all about what's happening today, but also her flashbacks of memories of how life was and who she was and who her daughter and where her daughter is and her husband, because they're not with her now because she's kind of in this situation, and also of dreams that she has and kind of fantasy things that are happening or surrounding, you know, how life could be. So the story is kind of brought forward with that in mind, and it's just done so well. So again, I'll probably be giving this a 5-star too. Absolutely love it. But you know, I'm also loving Scribd, and I wanted to share that with you because there was something on here that was really fun. So let's go look over here. So Scribd is a really cool place to go to get access to ebooks, audiobooks, magazines even, podcasts, sheet music, so much fun, documents, and not sure about snapshots, but we can look into that, right? So I'm in my account right now, and as you can see, titles I've saved here, and that's where you could click this up here and get those. You can see some titles that I've saved here. So of course, Betty White, here we go again. This is an audiobook, and you can see it has this audiobook symbol there, plus it says audiobook. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I downloaded that onto here, and it's an audiobook, so I'm excited to listen and read that by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Here's my Handmaid's Tale. This says I have 77 pages left. I should be done by now though, because I'm really reading this a lot. I love reading the ebooks, especially at night in bed, because I don't have to have a light on, because my iPad is backlit, or an e-reader would be backlit, and that's what I'm really loving about that. And I do only tend to read this at night. I have some other books here that I'm looking at, and you can see some others like I have going on. The Unhoneymooners, Christina Lauren, is another audio. It looks like I have a lot of audio books going on here, right? So there's a lot of access here. Now this is interesting. I wanted to show you this. So this PDF, so you can get documents from here, which is what this PDF is, as well as this Amherst Media document, and this PDF Just One Flash document. It's a book that Rod and I wrote for Amherst Media, which is really fun. I was just scrolling through the documents and I found this here. This one here is a PDF of our photography courses that we used to offer in San Diego. So if you go onto Scribd, you can actually take a look at what we used to do with that. But you can also put my name in and get down to the PDFs or the documents, and you can see this Just One Flash book, which is really cool. So Rod and I wrote photography books for Amherst Media. I think we wrote 8 books for them. And it was so much fun. So you see there's Rod there. The quality isn't very good, but of the picture, but that's Holly. So this is all about just one flash. So if you're interested in learning how to use your flash or just one flash and all of the creative options you can do, you can go on here and get our book for free and check it out. See there, oh, there's me. There I am. So this tells you everything that's in here and some of the images that we've taken. So Rod and I, we taught photography for many years in San Diego before we moved here to the Midwest. And while we taught some of the logistics of photography, it was mostly about the art of photography that we like to teach. So you'll see a lot of that in here. We have some other, look, it has his name under my picture. Like, what the heck? No, and my name under his picture. That makes no, oh, I think that's because I don't know. I don't know, that makes no sense. Probably because that's the picture we took. I don't know. Anyway, oh, there's Alex there too. There's Alex, yay. There's me. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. So in Scribd, you can get a hold of it. Let me try to get out of here. You can get a hold of me, go back to what Scribd. It's a instant access to ebooks, audiobooks, articles, podcasts, sheet music, and documents all in one. So it's just a really fun, and I can't get out of it. There we go. It's just really fun, and you can scroll through. If you're interested in ebooks, you can just click ebooks, and you can go into different categories, and there's a ton of ebooks in here. Like here's Anxious People. That's a very popular book. So yeah, you can get lost in here and putting save lines. Oh, and Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. I read that last year. Excellent book, excellent book. So yeah, you can just definitely get lost in here and have some really good reads, as well as reading one of the books that Rod and I wrote, if you'd like. So yeah, see, Scribd is really fun, and I think it's $9.99 a month. But I have a link down below, so if you want to try it out, you can have a trial, and it gives you 60-day free membership, which is amazing. That's like 2 months, and you can look through all of the audiobooks and the ebooks, podcasts, sheet music, all those things too. And you can even read the book that Rod and I wrote if you want to for free. So there you go, win-win, right? Okay, I'm gonna get into some books that I have here because I shared with you the books that I've read, but I also have some books coming up here. Now the first book is Murder on the Lusitania. And I first heard of this book through my friend Nina over at Wrestling with Books. She mentioned it actually now in a couple of videos. So I'll link both of those down below for you. And this book looks like a lot of fun. So, well, let me get my glasses on here because I'm gonna have to read a little bit. So I just enjoyed it because right off the bat, it looks like the Titanic, right? Well, the Lusitania was built around the same time as the Titanic. I think the Lusitania was built first, and they both were listed as the largest ships in the world. So Lusitania was built by the Cunard Line, Titanic was White Star Line. So I think there's like a rivalry between the ships and that type of thing. That's not what the book's about though. Just a little back history. So it's a mystery because it even tells you there, right? And if you look at the beginning here, it says September 1907. So many, many years ago, right? George Powder Dillman set sail from Liverpool on the New York-bound Lusitania for its maiden voyage. He was hired by the ship's captain to pose as a passenger, but George is in fact sailing the high seas as private detective for the Cunard Line. Yes, see, so already we know something's gonna happen, right? So while on board, he expects to deal with only petty crimes, vandalism, maybe a scuffle or two at the bar, but then the ship's blueprints are stolen, what? From the chief engineer's room, and a man is killed in his cabin. So yes, a lot of murder and mayhem going on. It's about a ship in that old time world. Oh, just love it, love it, love it. And I think I'm gonna enjoy it. Now I picked this book up on Amazon, and what I love to do is sometimes, see, I like hardback books. So sometimes I like to go into the used book section of the book on Amazon and look through there because you can often find great hardback copies. And I was really excited when this one came, and Nina knows, right? Because it's a library bound copy. Oh, love library bound books. I think it's this cover that gets put on the outside of it. They're just sturdy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the history of so many people probably of reading the book. or this cover. It kind of crinkles when you read it, but I love it and I'm pretty excited to read this one. So Nina, thank you. Now again, list Nina down below. You should watch her. She's really fun. She has 2 channels, Wrestling with Books and Wrestling with Disney, which she had before. That's how I met Nina. But Wrestling with Books is a lot of fun. Okay, let's get into our book of the month because tomorrow new books are coming out and I need to get what's in this box. So I didn't even open this yet and I couldn't find my scissors, so we're gonna try this nail file. When in doubt, right? Use a nail file. It's working. Okay, so book of the month is really fun too because they do offer new books every month for you to choose from. You have 5 to choose from. Plus you can do an add-on, and the add-ons are really nice because again, they're hardbound books and the add-ons are only like $9.99. So I did an add-on this month and I'm so excited about it. I'm also excited for the book too. So here we go. Oh, so much fun. So it opens, it says, "You've got great taste." And here are my 2 books. Oh my gosh, super excited. Let's move this aside. So I chose the book Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson, and this is her debut novel. And look at the cover, isn't it interesting? I really liked the idea of the story. It takes place in present day California, but it also goes to the Caribbean because the main character, Eleanor Bennett, passes away. And well, let me read part of this to you because I don't know. So we can't choose what we inherit, but we can choose who we become. So in present day California, Eleanor Bennett's death leaves behind a puzzling inheritance for her 2 children, Byron and Benny, a traditional Caribbean black cake made from a family recipe with a long history and a voice recording. In her message, Eleanor shares a tumultuous story of a headstrong young swimmer who escapes her island home from under suspicion of murder. The heartbreaking tale Eleanor unfolds, the secrets she still holds back, and the mystery of a long-lost child challenge everything the siblings thought they knew about their lineage and themselves. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. And then what it says down here too is they have to piece together Eleanor's true history and fulfill her final request to share the black cake when the time is right. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this because I don't know, I have never read anything like this, but I love the Caribbean. Absolutely love everything about the Caribbean. And I love all this family stuff, you know, all the family things. And I'm intrigued about this black cake. Is there a recipe for it? Because I'm gonna want to eat it. I'm gonna have to look it up, right? So yeah, this is Charmaine Wilkerson. I'm very excited to read this novel, and yeah, the cover is really cool. So that's fun thing about Book of the Month is that they bring about some novels that you might not know about or new authors that you might not hear of, but they do, the selections are really interesting and quite cool too. Oh no, my cover's bent. I just have to fix that. Just keep rubbing it down. And you get a lot of options and a lot of choices for reading. Now, Book of the Month is also fun because if you need to withhold a month, you can do that and it's not a problem. I'm very excited about this add-on book. Oh my gosh. Lindsay, are you watching? So that's Lindsay from Lindsay B because I picked up Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have been so excited to read this book ever since I heard everybody talk about it. I think Lindsay's the person who really turned me on to Taylor Jenkins Reid. And yeah, look at the cover, isn't that cool? This just brings me to my 70s vibes, my 70s self. So the 70s were my formative years. And I think I'm gonna really love this book. A few of my other friends have also been reading this book. I think that Rochelle from the Daunties is reading this too. Yeah, I'll link her down below if you want to check out the Daunties. They are a lot of fun. I'll tell you, the Daunties are a lot of fun. So I think she's reading this right now. I saw that on her Goodreads or Instagram. So everyone knows Daisy Jones and the Six. The band album Aurora came to define the rock and roll era of the late 70s, and an entire generation of girls wanted to grow up to be Daisy. Yes, that is the epitome of the 70s, right? but no one knows the reason behind the group's split on the night of their final concert at Chicago Stadium on July 12th, 1979. Until now. So I'm really excited to read this. It is written in interview format, so that should be really fun. And I just saw oh, look at the fonts that have a 70s kind of a thing going on here. Love it. I am a girl who loves to live in the 70s, so you'll see some of that kind of with me. I mean, Rod has a whole 70s station devoted to me in the car, so there you go. I am excited for this book. I'm excited for this book. Okay, wow, that's a lot of books. So I'm just finishing up the two that I'm reading. What are they again? Yes, This Time Next Year and Handmaid Tale. And I'm ready to read another one. I have two mysteries here, but I really think I might be starting with Daisy Jones and the Six because I've been waiting for this for so long, and as we were moving, this box got put somewhere and I couldn't find it. So here we have it, and I think this is gonna be my next read. Oh my gosh, so much fun. I will also link Book of the Month Club down below for you if you want to check them out. It's really fun. It's really fun seeing, I mean, I'm excited to see tomorrow what books are introduced for the pick of the month. And you know, just to pick one and then get one of my other add-ons to go with it, because that's fun too. So I will list Book of the Month Club down below. I will also list Scrib down if you want to check them out. You get a 60-day free trial, which is really cool. You can cancel it if you choose not to use it. And also my Goodreads, if you want to follow me on Goodreads, I'd love to have you there. My Goodreads goal this year is 22 books for 2022. So I'm just getting back into reading. I fell away for so long and I love reading so much. And last year I was trying to push it too, and it's hard sometimes, right? It's just hard. But now I'm getting excited and I'm getting passionate about it, and I hope to share more book content with you. I hope to find my book journal that I started and share that with you too. That should be coming up here in February. And I hope to share more books with you. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, or what's your next read, or what are you reading now? Just let me know. I want to talk all the bookish things. I would love to hear from you. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, and I'll probably be reading this. Bye.